Welcome to Quantiev. Today we're diving into the policies of the new Trump administration and their impact on the oil market. I bet you didn't know how these changes could reshape global energy dynamics. The Trump administration has charted a new course for American energy, aiming for energy dominance on the world stage. This policy seeks to unlock America's vast energy resources and reduce reliance on foreign oil. The goal is to bolster national security, create jobs, and lower energy costs for American consumers and businesses. This new era is marked by a decisive shift away from the energy policies of previous administrations. A key pillar of this strategy is to unleash the full potential of American oil and gas production. This involves rolling back regulations, streamlining permitting processes, and opening up more federal lands and offshore areas for exploration and production. The administration believes that by removing obstacles and incentivizing domestic production, the United States can achieve true energy independence. To achieve energy dominance, the Trump administration has implemented a series of deregulatory measures aimed at boosting domestic oil and gas production. These measures are designed to make it easier and faster for energy companies to explore and extract oil and gas resources within the United States. By cutting through red tape and reducing bureaucratic hurdles, the administration aims to unlock the full potential of America's vast energy reserves. These include expediting permits for drilling on federal lands and offshore, which has opened up new areas for exploration that were previously off-limits. The streamlined permitting process is intended to encourage investment and development in the energy sector, creating jobs and stimulating economic growth in regions that are rich in natural resources. Additionally, the administration has revised environmental rules to reduce costs for energy companies. By easing regulatory burdens, the goal is to make American oil and gas more competitive on the global stage. This includes rolling back regulations that were seen as overly restrictive or costly, allowing companies to operate more efficiently and with greater flexibility. The focus is on maximizing output, particularly from shale oil and gas formations, which have revolutionized the American energy landscape. Hydraulic fracturing, or fracking, has unlocked vast reserves of oil and gas that were previously inaccessible, leading to a surge in production. This technological advancement has transformed the US into a leading energy producer, reshaping the global energy market. This surge in American oil production has profound implications for global energy markets. As the US increases its output, it not only meets domestic demand, but also becomes a significant exporter of oil and gas. This shift has the potential to alter the balance of power in the global energy market, reducing the influence of traditional oil-producing nations and increasing the United States' leverage in international trade. As the United States ramps up output, it becomes a major player in the global supply chain, potentially leading to lower oil prices worldwide. Increased American production can help stabilize global oil prices by providing a reliable source of supply, which can mitigate the impact of geopolitical tensions and supply disruptions in other parts of the world. While this benefits consumers and industries that rely on affordable energy, it also poses challenges for oil-producing countries that depend on high prices to balance their budgets. Countries that have traditionally relied on oil exports for revenue may find themselves facing economic difficulties as increased supply from the US puts downward pressure on prices. This could lead to budget shortfalls and economic instability in those regions. The United States, now the world's top oil producer, is positioned to exert significant influence on global energy prices and trends. With its newfound energy dominance, the US has the ability to shape the future of the global energy landscape, driving innovation and setting the pace for the industry. This new era of American energy leadership promises to bring both opportunities and challenges as the world adapts to a changing energy paradigm. The Trump administration's energy policies are closely intertwined with its geopolitical strategies, particularly in the Middle East. These policies are not just about securing energy resources, but also about exerting influence and power on the global stage. The Middle East, with its vast oil reserves, has always been a focal point of international politics, and the US aims to maintain its strategic interests in the region. Sanctions on Iran and Venezuela, both major oil producers, have restricted their ability to export oil, creating supply disruptions and volatility in global markets. These sanctions are part of a broader strategy to weaken the economies of these nations. which are seen as adversaries to US interests. The impact of these sanctions is felt worldwide, as reduced oil exports from these countries lead to fluctuations in oil prices affecting everything from gasoline prices to the cost of goods and services. The administration has sought to offset these potential shortages by forging strong alliances with other major oil producers, notably Saudi Arabia, a key player in the organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. This relationship is mutually beneficial. While the US gains a reliable oil supply, Saudi Arabia secures a powerful ally. The dynamics of this alliance are complex, involving not just oil but also military and economic cooperation. This complex interplay of energy policy and geopolitics creates a delicate balancing act. The US must navigate its relationships with various countries, balancing its own energy needs with its geopolitical goals. Diplomatic negotiations, trade agreements, and military alliances all play a role in this intricate dance. The stakes are high, as any misstep could lead to significant economic and political repercussions. While increased American oil production may help fill supply gaps caused by sanctions, it also introduces a new dynamic into the global oil market. The US has become one of the world's top oil producers, thanks to advances in drilling technology and the exploitation of shale oil reserves. This surge in production has given the US more leverage in international negotiations, but has also led to tensions with traditional oil-producing nations. OPEC, traditionally accustomed to controlling production levels to influence prices, now faces a new challenge from a resurgent United States. The organization's ability to manage the global oil supply is being tested as the US increases its market share. This shift has led to debates within OPEC about how to respond, with some members advocating for production cuts to stabilize prices, while others push for maintaining output to retain market share. The administration's actions have reshaped the global energy landscape with uncertain consequences for long-term market stability. The interplay of sanctions, alliances, and increased production has created a volatile environment. As the world watches, the future of global energy markets remains uncertain, with potential impacts on everything from international relations to the everyday lives of people around the globe. And the next moves on this global oil chessboard will be critical in determining the direction of the energy sector for years to come. OPEC, a cartel of major oil-producing nations, faces a significant challenge in responding to the Trump administration's energy policies. The organization, which has long held sway over global oil prices through coordinated production cuts and increases, now finds itself at a crossroads. The surge in US oil production, driven by advancements in hydraulic fracturing and horizontal drilling, has the potential to undermine OPEC's traditional role as a swing producer, capable of adjusting output to influence global prices. This increase in American oil output has not only made the US a leading oil producer, but also a significant exporter, challenging OPEC's dominance in the global market. In response, OPEC may consider production cuts to stabilize prices, but such a move could cede market share to American producers. This delicate balancing act requires OPEC to weigh the benefits of higher prices against the risk of losing ground to the US and other non-OPEC producers. The decision-making process within OPEC is further complicated by the differing priorities and economic needs of its member countries. Some OPEC members, such as Saudi Arabia, may prioritize maintaining market share over propping up prices. Saudi Arabia, with its vast reserves and low production costs, can afford to endure lower prices longer than other members. This strategy aims to squeeze out higher-cost producers and retain long-term market dominance. This could lead to a period of lower oil prices, benefiting consumers but potentially hurting the economies of oil-dependent nations. Countries that rely heavily on oil revenues for their budgets may face economic challenges, including budget deficits and reduced public spending, which could lead to social unrest and political instability. The long-term effects of these dynamics on market stability and the health of the oil industry remain uncertain. Analysts are divided on whether the current trends will lead to a more stable market or increased volatility. The potential for technological advancements, shifts in energy policy, and changes in consumer behavior add layers of complexity to the future outlook. The interplay of US output, OPEC strategies, and geopolitical factors will continue to shape the global oil market for years to come. As the world transitions to cleaner energy sources, the role of oil in the global economy may diminish. But for now, the actions of OPEC and the US will remain critical in determining the direction of oil prices and market stability. The future of oil is a complex and evolving story, with many chapters yet to be written. Thank you for watching Snap News TV. Stay tuned for more insights into the world of economics and policy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Pause 2S. While OPEC and the US continue their strategic maneuvers, another formidable force is reshaping the global energy landscape, the green energy revolution. With increasing urgency, countries around the world are committing to reducing their carbon footprints and investing heavily in renewable energy sources. Solar, wind, and hydroelectric power are becoming more viable and cost-effective, challenging oil's long-standing dominance. Pause 1S. Governments are implementing policies to promote clean energy, from subsidies and tax incentives for green technologies to regulations that limit carbon emissions. These measures are not just environmentally driven, they also aim to reduce dependence on fossil fuels, enhance energy security, and spur economic growth through the creation of green jobs. Pause 1S. Major corporations are also jumping on the green energy bandwagon. Companies like Tesla are revolutionizing the automotive industry with electric vehicles, while tech giants like Google and Apple are investing in renewable energy to power their vast data centers. This corporate shift further underscores the growing importance of sustainable energy practices. Pause 1S. For traditional oil giants, this shift presents both challenges and opportunities. Many are diversifying their portfolios, investing in renewable energy projects, and exploring new technologies like carbon capture and storage. This transition is not without its hurdles, but it represents a strategic adaptation to a rapidly changing market. Pause 1S. As the world increasingly embraces green energy, the future of oil remains uncertain. While it is likely to remain a critical component of the global energy mix for years to come, its role will undoubtedly evolve. The interplay between traditional energy sources and renewable technologies will shape the next chapter in the global energy story. Pause 1S. Thank you for watching QuantEF. Stay tuned for more insights into the world of economics and policy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.